Hi, MSA Volleyball. Coach Harder here, putting together a short video. Hopefully, it'll be short on the 6-2 formation we're going to use. Uh, this I'm going to use a game video from a couple of years ago, the last time we were able to have teams, and we ran a 6-2 with that team. um, so I'm going to queue up the first video. In this first clip, we are going to watch fielding. We're serve receiving, and we're going to watch fielding. She actually plays it over the net instead of passing it to our opposite. But um, after she plays it over the net, she and Nyana here, number 7, are going to switch. Nyana's our outside hitter. Here is Eliza, our middle. So what we want to do is every time we're serve receiving, we want to play defense first, and then after it goes back over the net, then we switch. So again, when we're serve receiving, we receive the serve, we do our 3 hits if we can, and then after it goes over the net, then we switch to our um, base positions. So I'm going to play the clip here. Okay, so again, we'll break that down a little bit. So fielding here is going to play the ball over the net. Preferably, we'd like it to be hand passed back to our opposite. And you notice she's at the net. She's going to hand pass, use her hand pass instead of our arm pass. So here's the serve, and she's going to hand pass it over the net. So after she hand passes, they look to switch right away because it's cleared the net. And here's Eliza. She went from her position, and now she's the middle blocker at the net. Again, remember, after the serve, you can go anywhere on the court. Uh, let's see here. And as we play, now they're switching. Eliza is at the net, ready to block. And here's a set. And as she's back row hitting, Eliza's trying to jump and block it. And you can see her jumping here. And here's one of our defensive players making a play. And here's our setter in our 6-2. She's in the setter spot. She started in the setter spot. And here's our backup setter in the opposite. So here again is the clip, and watch Eliza trying to block. And again, our opposite having coverage. So we'll want the another blocker here. Nyana should be up here blocking, but that's great coverage by the opposite playing defense there. Nyana is able to hit it, and then we get the point. So again, play defense first, and don't switch until it clears. So in this clip, we are serving. So that means we can switch right away. One thing, so here's our opposite fielding. She's where we want her to be. Here's our middle, Taylor, and here's our outside, Ariana. We'll want them to switch, and they can switch as soon as the ball is contacted on the serve. Here's our back row setter, Tess, and they don't actually switch on this clip, but we'll want Tess or whoever's our setter to switch into the setter spot. So I'll run the clip. Okay, so again, after the serve is contacted, They do a quick switch, and Taylor immediately goes to the net as the middle blocker. Um, and she immediately looks to make a play at the net to block a ball. Again, our opposite has great coverage in the middle of the court and makes a good save. So I'm going to run the clip again. They switch, and I'll freeze it there. This is a nut time. This again, we'll want our setter here to switch right there in the back row as well. So that doesn't happen in this clip, but we'll want that to happen. And then Taylor goes right to the net, and her eyes, she's looking to block. And again, Fielding comes out of nowhere and makes a play. And that's what we'll need. We'll need hustle like that. And she even sets it high enough where Taylor can put a hit on it. And then Taylor follows that middle blocker and blocks her. One more time. After Taylor hits, you see she's back row. I mean, she's at the 10-foot line when she hits. So after she hits, she transitions back to the net. So again, hitters, outside hitters, middle blockers. If the hit's coming from this side, you have to transition the block. So as soon as Taylor hits it, she knows to get right to the net and to try to make a play. And she does. Another thing I want us to do is this right here. It can be a quick group hug like this. They're actually hugging a little more because that was a great point by Taylor. But this should happen after every point, whether we celebrate or share words of encouragement. We need to come together like this, quick group hug. And just a reminder, we want it quick. We never want to make the referee or the other team wait for us. So just come together really quickly after the play. Here you go, after the point, and we come together, quick group hug, and then we're back out and ready to serve or serve receive. All right, so in this clip, it's about help defense and the height of the ball. So I think the serve is going to come over here, and one of the players makes a great play to hit it as high as she can. We had this play happen in practice, and someone ran out here and made a play on it, and no one moved to help her. And so we want people moving towards the person in distress. And Coach Lauren actually also said, if you're running towards the person in distress, say, here, I'm here, I'm behind you. So she knows that she has help. So again, notice the height of some of these balls. So it allows our teammates to run under them and make a play. So we really, really, really want to improve our height on our passes and our height on our save digs and our sets. Here we go. So again, Nyana, who makes the play, she can't do much with the ball. It's going to be hard for her to pass it to our setter. So she makes a smart play. She just hits it straight in the air as high as she can. And our next person, Dresden, comes in and just hits it over the net with actually a very good hit. And that allows us to set up, and again, Taylor's at the net looking to block, and she gets another block on this play. So let's watch it again. And as you can see, after the ball crosses over, that's when we do our switching. So you'll see Tess here switch, and you'll see Tess switch with Ariana here. Here's our back row setter, but we want Tess to be the opposite and Ariana to be on the outside. So again, great, a lot of good things here. A good play by our left back to hit the ball up in the air, do the best play she could, and then a really good play by Dresden to come behind her and hit the ball over the net so we can set up in our base positions and get a and great, really good play by Taylor to protect the net for us. And that's really devastating when you have someone, a shark at the net, who's just making it very difficult for the other team to hit or to just hit it over the net. So one more time watching this play. Okay, so here we are serve receiving. And again, just emphasizing switching after the ball goes over the net. Do wait for stay in your rotational positions, get our 3 hits, and then switch after it goes over the net. So here's Ariana in the opposite position. She's going to have to set sometimes, whoever's in the opposite. We do fortunately have fielding behind. She's our setter in her natural position, spot on the court. So I'm going to play the clip and watch the switching come after the ball clears the net. Okay, so a couple of good things um, from this clip. You'll see our setter come up and set fielding. So here's the play, and it's a really good pass by Nyana. Look at the height of her pass. So here we go. We're gonna watch Nyana right here get a good pass to our setter. So now watch how the setter's lining it up with her forehead, and there she goes. Um, comes up from the back row to set it. And here's Taylor ready to hit. And the switch happens. You see Tess is over here and Ariana's here. Now, I believe the setter is going to be out. So when the setter is out, Tess, our opposite, is going to have to set. So the ball is going to come to our setter. There's our setter out. So fielding is out. And now Tess knows she's going to set. Fielding is just going to hit the ball in the air. And Tess is going to get under it and make a nice set again to Taylor. Taylor at this point is transitioning from the net to a hitting spot. So again, height allows us to transition and move. So if you can't do anything with the ball, just hit it in the air and we'll make a play off of it. So there goes the ball and there Taylor. The height of that pass allowed Taylor to set up. Tess moves under to set it. And she puts a nice set and Taylor gets a good hit on it. And point. So good things, some good things that happen on this play. So when you are in this opposite position, you're going to have to block and you're going to have to set. Especially the setter. Again, if you're the setter in the back row, you're going to have to play defense first, just like Fielding did on the second time she touched it. So she actually set it, and then she had to play defense, and we had a different set that allowed us to get the kill. So again, let's watch it. Just notice the height on all these passes and sets. Okay, so on this clip, I want you to watch Eliza here, and Fielding here. Fielding and Eliza do not clear, do not go into their base position until after the ball clears the net. Just keep emphasizing this. So on serve receive. So serve comes, Nyana back here makes a play, and if Fielding and Eliza had switched, someone would have been off balance. It would have been hard to make a play right where the ball went to. Instead, Fielding was in good position, and all Fielding did was hand pass it up in the air to allow Eliza to put the third hit over the net, and then everyone got into their base positions. So I'm going to play the clip. Okay, and then I don't know if you also saw it, but here I'm going to freeze the ball right here. Great job by Eliza, just jumping after everything. Even though, look how much, there's no way she's going to get that ball, but she's just, in games, she's just doing what she practices. And she's just trying to get every ball at the net. So here's Tess, who is over here. She actually switched the setter spot. So again, this is how we want it. Our setter in the back row, and then our opposite right here who can also set. I'm going to play the clip and see what happens on this play. So I also want to point out how many times um, the players use their hand pass on this exchange. Hand passing can be very useful, especially if you just need to get it in the air. And if it's, the ball's coming fast at you around your shoulder area. So um, you can see, I know a lot of them are calling ball because you can see people getting out of the way or not going for two people going for it at once in heavy traffic. So they've got good communication going. So again, here's Tess in the middle. She's going to switch after the ball exchange. Watch Fielding pop it up, stay in her position, and watch the exchange after the ball goes over. Here's our setter, going to go in the setting position. And then watch the height on these and watch the hand pass. I'm going to run it one more time. And the middle blocker just trying to block. She didn't get one single block, but she, makes the hitters think every time she's up there. They know she's going to try to block them every time. So we don't want anyone with any free hits or open hits. Here we go. Okay, there was one last thing I want to point out in this sequence. Yes, right here. So I really like this sequence. So here is a hit, and it's good coverage by our outside. Now she is just going to pass it to our front row, to the opposite, who Fielding, who can also set. So she's going to pass it up in the air. What I like is Fielding gives it right back to her. So she rewards her, and we go on the outside. We hit on the outside on this one. So you can watch. She rewards that and goes back to the outside. Okay, on this one, watch just again how effective at our level blocking can be. Here's Taylor. She's just going to follow the middle and puts a block and basically puts the ball right back at her. Middles just start to have a mindset of owning the net. Just start having a mindset of, you know, making plays like this at the net. You're definitely capable. So I'm going to run this clip. So that's just really good timing. And you can see the difference. One player is jumping, another player isn't. And usually the player that's jumping at the net is the one who's going to win most of the battles. Um, the one that's flat-footed, doing an arm pass at the net, it's not going to be very successful. So we want to be this player when we're at the net. We want to be the player makes it very difficult for them. And these kind of plays really fires up your team. It gives you momentum. So middles, this is what we want you to start just having a mindset, just thinking about doing this on every point. And you can see how happy the team is for that play. Taylor did that a lot. She must have had, 4 or 5 of those every match. On this clip, you'll see again calling for the ball and height and watching our middle be athletic and making a play on the 10-foot line and on the net. So I'm going to play this clip. Just watch the height and watch Meredith play the middle. So again, the good serve, the first ball is played in the air. And this is going to happen a lot to us. But I love how Fielding responds, and she's getting after it. Here's Dresden getting after it too. So Fielding's going to call off Dresden and hit it as high as she can in the air. Now you watch Taylor's going to call off the other two and just hand pass it back over. See, she calls them off. She jumps right in front of them and makes a play and hand passes it over. And then she transitions back to the net and does it so fast that she's able to get a hand on this ball right here and hit it back over. So just being active, always moving, you can make plays. And then there she is, putting down the kill on that one. So she's blocking, she transitions, and then she's able to hit. This pass right here to set up Taylor's hit, this pass right here, good height. It allows our setter to move, our opposite to move to set. And this clip here is, guess what? Another block by Taylor. Just really want to emphasize blocking and how it can help us be successful. And it's just a good fundamental to learn now as you move up in the program. So I'm going to run this clip. So that wasn't actually a block, but she made a play at the net and just making life difficult for the other team. And look, um, it can just be as simple as that, just moving your feet and then timing it perfectly and just hitting it to an open spot. So again, that's something we really, really want to emphasize this. So here is our serve. So here is our opposite who's going to switch with Taylor in the middle. Here's fielding in the back row to set. And there's Taylor making a play. And then we're going to see some back row setting, I think. Um, so on this clip, we didn't get a lot of good hits. What I liked is um, the girls made smart plays. They didn't try to force anything. They didn't try to hit it. They just hit it over the net when the spike wasn't there. And I just like how Tess and our opposite and our setter work together. You know, back row setting is hard. We're gonna keep working on it, but if we can get our opposite and our back row setter to work well together, um, then it's gonna really help our hitting. So here's the clip again. Serve, and look at Taylor just running up to make a play at the net. But we're gonna scramble and really just have no chances to get good hits. So Taylor just hits it back over. Um, there's our setter out, our opposite just trying to make a play so we can get it back over the net. And then they eventually make mistakes. So you can win points like that, just having ball control and just playing back over the net on your third hit if you don't have a spike. And that's some smart volleyball.